Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeley here, weatherweb.net on Wednesday the 21st of May. Thanks again for watching. Much talk in the news again today of the flooding problems, that real disaster that it's occurred over in the Balkans. Really, it didn't hit the headlines that much, it was mentioned, but I think it's only now that the realisation of how much rain there has been over there has actually started to hit our screens and newspapers. This is the rainfall totals for last week, and you can see there, look, this huge amount. This was up till the end of Saturday, by the way. You see there that huge amount of rainfall that's occurred across eastern parts of Europe. These green colours here indicating 100 to 200 millimetres of rain. That was in just 1 week. So some very heavy rainfall totals. It's those that have been causing the problems out there. Now, if we take a look at the 7 to 10 day means of the 500 millibar flow, this is valid from next Wednesday through to Saturday the 31st of May, and it shows us high pressure or a ridge up towards the north of the UK. Look, here it is on the ECMWF. This is the ECMWF here, this is the GFS here, and you notice there that the GFS has got that ridge in place too. We've got still, look, this trough down in southeastern Europe. The GFS has it a little bit further eastwards in here, but effectively what's going on here is that with these predictions is that we're seeing a split in the jet stream coming across the Atlantic here, look, and then it splits in two. We get one section that comes down here, we get another section that goes away up towards the north here on both of these runs. So we get this split in the jet stream, which enables this ridge to be built further northwards over or to the north of the UK. Now, the decision is which one of these two is right, because although we've got some quite good comparisons between the two, actually there are some significant discrepancies between them that affect the British Isles. Overall, those charts are very, very similar. For me, I think what's going on at the moment is that the ECMWF here is trying to over-resolve the situation just now. It has a much higher resolution than the GFS model, takes in more data, and I think that what it's trying to do is to over-resolve things. I think on the other hand that the GFS is simplifying things too much, so that's not seeing as much in the data that the ECMWF is. So I think actually the final solution to these two is probably going to be somewhere in between the two. Now, I think what that means is that southern parts of the country probably have some outbreaks of thundery rain still right through to the end of next week into the weekend beyond. So these thundery bits of rain coming up from France at times, but the northern 2/3 of the UK and Ireland tend to stay in drier ridge conditions. I think that's the way that this is pointing just at the moment. Now, a CFS, you've got to turn your head around for this one. A CF, because the British Isles, look, is just underneath there. So CFS here is showing week 1, this goes up to the 26th, so from the 20th of May, so this goes from yesterday through to the 26th, excuse me, so that would be when Monday. And what this is trying to show, look, is it's still got the trough down to the south, it's got these higher than normal heights up towards the north, which of course is what's going to happen with the ridge building across the north and these more unsettled conditions across many southern parts of the UK during the week ahead, actually making it, I say southern parts, it's the southern half of the country, but still making it further northwards at times. So that's an entirely believable situation. Now, if we just go on to week 2, take a look at that one. You'll notice here, look, that we've got the trough still down to the south here. We've got the higher than normal heights up towards the north. But notice that the CFS has built that normal height region further northwards. So it's actually trying to hint now to say, well, look, at one stage, it was saying that the whole of the British Isles probably would go into much drier conditions. But now, given that the trough is getting further north, it's hinting that the more unsettled conditions do extend into southern parts of England and Wales through much of next week. So a slight change in the forecast there, because it looks like southern parts of the country, according to the CFS, stay in these more mixed conditions. It's not unsettled, is it? It's mixed, really. And then into week 3, from the 3rd of June to the 9th of June, still got this trough down to the south, higher than normal heights to the north. But look, UK in a normal heights situation. Now, that puts a trough to the south, and I think what this is going to do is just continue to feed in these thundery outbreaks of rain coming in from the continent. They're meeting cooler air that's coming down from the Arctic at upper levels, and it's that causes the instability. So I think we continue into this idea of, yes, there'll be plenty of dry weather around into the early part of June, but also thundery showers. And then into week 4, it's now trying to say, well, look, the heights fall across the UK. We get higher than normal towards the north here, but the heights generally falling across the UK and the trough line extending through the country like so. I have to say I'm not entirely convinced by that one. I think the CFS has dropped the ball a little bit there into the middle of June, but it's something that we need to watch. It is still this idea that although there's dry weather around, we get these thunderstorms coming through at times and these thundery bands of rain. Actually, I think in terms of, for those of you farming and growing, I think actually conditions not bad, because generally it's warm, but there'll just be this rain at times. We're not going to get this prolonged period of drought. But I think those of you looking for just persistent dry weather, then we're stuffed a little bit really, because it's just not there. What is interesting to note is that the Mediterranean here, look, stays under these cold pools, these troughs, and it's going to be such a disturbed spell of weather to kick off the summer down there. As far as the next few days go close to home, just a quick whiz through that. That's today. Front across the southeast here, producing some outbreaks of rain. Now, this is interesting because tonight we are going to find some heavier bursts of rain moving northwards. Some pretty hefty rain across northwestern parts of Scotland as well. And let's just take a quick closer look at that rainfall tonight. Where are we? Which one do I want to show you first? I think it's that one. Just take a quick look at the rainfall tonight from the high resolution Herlam model. You get this from the weatherweb.net site. Just come down to Herlam here and click on 3-hourly rain. And what to notice here, look, there's that rain coming northwards. Here it is across the southeast, and the times on this are here. So this is 4 o'clock this afternoon. So there it is, down towards the southeast of the country. Now, as I run this sequence through, watch what happens. See those heavy periods of rain coming northwards tonight, some really thundery periods of rain associated with that. That then tracks its way northwestwards during the course of tonight and into tomorrow morning, before eventually reaching Scotland, west of Wales, and dying away. But I do think that some parts of East Anglia, it looks like the southeast of England, central southern England, southwest England, perhaps southern Wales, could be seeing 25 to 30 millimetres of rain plus during the course of tonight and into into the early part of tomorrow morning. So certainly some wetter weather is on its way. Then Thursday, there we are, there's that low, look, moving northwards, taking the front with it. Friday, still at low pressure with us, so still some showers around. Again, heavy thundery showers on Saturday, showers again for Sunday, and then for Monday, there's the high building towards the north. Look, we get a ridge building in, better conditions for most, best of the sunshine in the east, but in the west, but for the east, it looks like this rain is going to be moving in off the continent and bringing more unsettled conditions to parts of East Anglia in the southeast, and it looks like that's the way this shapes up into June as well. Then for Tuesday, the rain starting to leach a little bit further westwards. Eastern areas always tending to be in that rain, and I think we've got to look at East Anglia, the Midlands, parts of central southern England, at being in that wetter weather for more unsettled weather for much of next week, with the west tending to stay on the drier side. Okay, so lots and lots of information for you there. Hopefully that's been useful for you. Please don't forget to tell your friends about us. And for now, thanks again for watching weatherweb.net. Keep the sun shining, and bye for now.